afternoon, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of 2025 Besterns. My name is Mortal Wombat, and I am here with...
Swiss Madam.
And we will be your announcers for this game of Sierra Regional versus Naughty Pines.
With Sierra Regional, we've got number 0, Stormy Trooper, 1023, Creature Feature, 1038, Surly Mermaid, 117, Jackson, 12, Dobby Sockums, 127, Meat Cat, 14, Dia Es Machina, 17, Sandra Bullet, 24, Magma Mayhem, 25, Hell Bunny, 28, Ryan, 30, Smack Lotus, 3000, Kit, 301, Exilia, 37, Grey Goose, 46, Alice Wonderwheel, 66, Bombshell Banshee, 73, Tentacruel, and 92, Mountain Lou.
And for Naughty Pines Roller Derby, we have 00, Bunyan Rings, 10, Miller Fight, 113, Duck and Shover, 123, Hooked on Onyx, Esquire, 257, Flickin' A, 26, Skittles, 27, Merciless Savage, 31, Merry Deathpire, 316, Tufted Hitmouse, 44, Mocha Artichoka, 47, Whalem Jennings, 5, Abracadabra, 509, Miro Brawl, 53, Hulk Hoagie, 5643, Seahorse Captain, number 6, Big Ugly Girl, 66, Demonica, 88, Fire Bonebreaker, and 911, Arson Daily.
You did that great. Perfect timing. Looks like we're just about ready for some derby. For our officials today, we've got Montana Mahler, Zookeeper, Fighting Girlfriend, Lucky Cat, Sonar, Stack Trace, Lizard Beth, Chameleon, and She Who Must Not Be Named.
We also have Casey Dilla, I Want You, General Relativity, Otter Mayhem, Dr. Screech, Ruth Slater Ginsburg, Marquis de Sass, and Malicious Compliance. And we are kicking off
got number 117 coming through.
All right. Jackson is already making a strong start for Sierra.
Oh, going to the penalty box, though. Sierra's got their jammer in the penalty box, so that means it is a power jam for Naughty Pines.
Who makes good on it, clears the pack, and comes around for her scoring pass. Mocha Artichoke coming up hard on that Sierra wall.
We've got Jackson re-entering the track, but since she went to the box as lead, we will still be finishing the whole 2 minutes of this jam.
Jackson back on track for doing what she does and picking up lots of points. Looks like Mocha's still having a hard time clearing the pack.
Jackson's coming around for another scoring pass. And 5643 did a great job of trying to slow her down, but she made it through.
And that is the whistle for our first jam. Looks like a total of 12 for Sierra with 4 points to Naughty Pines.
It looks like there's been a call for a, is that an official timeout? What are some of the reasons officials call timeouts?
They want snacks.
That's a good reason. I would also call timeouts for snacks. Whatever they called a timeout for has been resolved, and we are getting ready for our second jam. Oh, almost made it out, but looks like the Sierra Jammer
Oh,
Kit is going to the
heading
box.
to the box. Keep it together, Kit.
It looks like they tried to run her back, but that means lead is still open.
And that leaves the Naughty Pines jammer, Big Ugly Girl, trying to fight her way through a pack of 3 opposing blockers.
And she decides to call it as a bit of a power move so that they can start with a power jam and only 3 blockers to face.
You know, Swiss, we were talking last night about, despite the volatile nature of our game, how much strategy and patience it also takes to be an effective skater and an effective team. And a lot of that involves paying attention to what's going around you, being strategic about things like killing penalties, keeping people sort of trapped in the beehive box.
That is true. There is a lot of strategy and a lot of awareness to not just your own body and the people who might be making contact with it, but the entire track.
Yes. And just a reminder, our penalty box is sponsored by Beehive Skates, which is just down the road from the Roller Dome. And Kit clears. We have a Naughty Pines skater, DeMonica, going to the box.
Ooh, another Naughty Pines. Go into the box. Firebone Breaker.
And Mirror Brawl heading to the box for Naughty Pines, leaving 2 blockers on the track to deal with the entirety of the Sierra pod.
And Kit is lead jammer, so as we're talking about with strategy, that is a bit of a power position to be in any way you slice it.
Okay, Naughty Pines is getting some friends back. And Kid is going to the box. All right, Mirror Brawl has been released.
Power jam for Mirror Brawl. And with no lead, it will be another 2-minute jam.
Very different game from Sierra's yesterday. I think those jams were a lot shorter. We're getting to see some full-length time here. And as I was saying yesterday, you never know how long 2 minutes is until you are in a full-time jam.
Yes, and some of those walls, those are not fun to have 2 minutes up against.
No.
But star pass makes it through. Whalem Jennings taking the star.
Just a reminder, everyone is welcome to post in the chat room for this game. We love interacting with viewers. We had a real good time doing that last night for both games. So give us fun facts about the skaters. Give us some shout outs. We love to hear from you.
We do have Naughty Pine starting with a power jam since Kit is still in the box for Sierra.
All right, Naughty Pines is out with a little assistance from Captain Abracadabra.
And that's Seahorse Captain getting assisted by Captain Abracadabra.
Oh, getting some very emphatic suggestions from the Naughty Pines bench to their jammer about calling it off.
Yep. Sometimes when you're in the middle of all that, it can be hard to observe everything and the bench can get through to you.
What do we call that, Swiss? Jamnesia. Oh, fun fact for Stormy, as of this year, she is Dr. Stormy. What kind of doctor is Stormy?
We've got Meat Cat jamming against Big Ugly Girl.
Oh, and some very tenacious recycling happening, trying to keep Meat Cat contained, but it is not to be, and she springs free.
Stormy Girl still working against that wall, but getting pushed out, recycled a little bit back as Meat Cat comes in for that scoring pass.
And big hit from Meat Cat against number 88 on Naughty Pines. Big pileups happening here, folks. Bug doing her best to push through that double wall.
Somebody said something about Instagram. What's going on Instagram?
And the Sierra Jammer is headed to the box, releasing one of their blockers. Here comes Hooked on Onyx for Naughty Pines.
Making it through the pack.
Beautiful work on the outside by Hooked on Onyx. We love to see those twinkle toes.
Yeah, we got Meat Cat coming out of the box, ready to come back in.
Hooked on Onyx looking for some holes there. Has a teammate trying to open up with a little bit of offense.
Just a few seconds left in this, another 2-minute jam.
And the Naughty, are we headed to the box? Yes. Looks like we'll start the next jammer at a one-person deficit for both teams.
With the jammer for Naughty Pines starting in the box. Onyx is holding the star, looking to put it back on. Even though she is starting in the box, she still has the ability to get lead jammer once she gets out.
Yes, she does.
However, if she starts with the star off of her head, she will not have the ability to get lead jammer upon exiting the box.
Again, more of that strategy, Swiss.
Yes. All of the fun things of Derby.
My fun fact is that I'm sad about Kit's penalty.
That's understandable.
I know, Molly. She just grace and beautied her way on into the beehive box. It looks like our officials are having a little confab. Oh, and we have more love for Tenta.
And the or what is that? The
there
Sierra
goes Jackson again.
Yeah. Just out making quick work of getting lead. Coming in hard and fast.
Big hit to Demonica. Oh, like a strong wind through a wheat field. There goes Jackson.
Coming back in for some more points.
Naughty Pines doing their best to be a hindrance.
Onyx is
Stash the star and putting it back
making
on.
their way through. Yeah, once you can't get lead, having the star off can be an advantage. People might be less aware of where you are.
Okay, what do we got going on in the chat here? Oh, yeah, Molly, I also have a rock in my pocket for her. But, yeah, you should probably make bread pudding when everybody's home again. It was a very long conversation last night.
It sounds like it. I'm sad I wasn't on
The
stream for
chat
that.
is a wild place. And Kit going, excuse me, I'm going to just,
Cruise right through.
yep. And there
Get
goes
lead.
Abracadabra, mother of two, pumping those long legs to try and get through that Sierra wall. Nice work by Mirror Brawl, keeping Kit contained. And Rabbit is out.
Working fast to get up and see if she can get some points.
Let's see. Oh, nope. Kit's calling it.
It has been called.
All right. We are at about 18 minutes with a score of 50 for Sierra and 14 for our gals in green, Naughty Pines. Big shout out to our volunteers. We really couldn't do any of this without all of you, volunteers, officials, and medics who help make this event possible. A lot of our volunteers pull double duty because they're also skaters or skater family members. So we really, really, really appreciate all the hands that make Besterns possible. Yeah, beautiful. Holy cow, some
Nice line work there.
Nope. Nope, we're calling that thing a beauty, a cut. Onyx is going to the box. It's so sad.
That is sad. It looks like they decided that the cut occurred before her lead was called, meaning lead was still open, making Meat Cat our lead jammer.
Meat Cat, who people are calling to pretty please do some acrobatics on the track. What do you guys think she's been doing this whole time? Little gravity defier. All right, big tangle.
Cruising right by.
Yep.
Jump the apex. Apex jumps are big crowd pleasers, that is for sure.
Do it when there's nobody there, though, because you can.
Onyx is back out.
Almost a thing of beauty by Creature Feature Teacher for a big knock to the end with that jammer, but it will land her in the Beehive Skate Shop penalty box. Trip to the box can cost you a lot, but a lot of good things in life are free, but not this stream. Please like and subscribe to our channel to throw a couple of bucks our way to avoid ads this weekend and so we can do this again next year. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free, in quotes, by linking your Twitch account in your Amazon settings. Free in quotes seems fishy.
Is anything really free in life these days?
All of the responses I have for that are probably too existential for this Derby feed, so ooh, let's just think some happy thoughts and talk about how Naughty Pines Jammer just got through.
Oh, with a penalty, though.
And Jackson is saying, no thank you, we're done. It's always nice when the opposing teams have a nice little chat together, quality time in the box.
You know, it's nice to make friends. It's good to see the girls hanging out, chatting.
Naughty Pines delaying that jammer a bit. Kit tromping through like a beautiful little T-Rex. Ooh. Big collision with Onyx. Everybody's up. We're all going to be safe and have a good time. Slowed down by that Naughty Pines wall.
Those walls are looking pretty strong.
And
Makes it through, though.
got the Naughty Pines jammer back on. Seahorse Captain. Blazing a trail after Kit. Ooh. Okay, well, it wasn't Meat Cat, but that was a pretty good hop.
That was.
I don't know. I always admire anybody who can successfully pull off any kind of jump like that because I am an earthbound creature.
I relate to that. I would love to be somebody who could float through the air like we're seeing some of those skaters out there do, but I like when my feet are planted on that ground.
Firmly, unless there's a body in front of me and then I turn into a chugby little Pegasus, but much beyond that, not really.
We are wondering if this game is sanctioned. It looks like yes, this game is a sanctioned bout.
We're playing for money.
We are.
And clout. Sierra once again demonstrating some of that really, really beautiful recycling.
Bug making it through. And we've got Sierra calling it off.
Well, there's Banshee. I got something in my pocket for her later. It's a rock, everyone. Do we have a new jammer up for Naughty Pines? Bug works on a bison ranch. That's neat.
That is neat. It looks like we've got Merciless Savage for Naughty Pines out there, but Jackson doing what Jackson's been doing and getting lead right off the bat.
Hot knife through butter, and here comes Jackson again. Sports casual, just gonna run over somebody and continue on. Good run back by Onyx.
Onyx made it through that pack to make sure she could get Jackson back there. You know, Naughty Pines is making Jackson work to get through that pack.
Sports casual.
But they currently have their jammer who just stood up in the box. So they are all on offense.
So
defense.
let's see if, oh, nope, not gonna call it while the jammer's still in the box. Jackson's like, I'm just gonna keep picking these up. Like taking candy from a chicken.
That actually sounds surprisingly hard.
They run.
Okay. Then not that hard.
If it was a turkey, it would be an entirely different matter.
I don't know my birds. We got the pivot for Naughty Pines in the box.
And 27 with Naughty Pines. Merciless Savage.
Jackson coming around and calling it before Merciless Savage could get those points.
Bananas, that was a long one.
That was. I know, I checked to see if it was a no lead jam because I was like, when would that have happened? Nope.
Nope, we're just picking stuff up. Leaving
Just
Sierra
wrong.
with 85 points to Naughty Pines 14.
Yeah. That Naughty Pines wall is holding pretty strong.
Yeah, that's looking better.
Number 12 coming in to play a little bit of O, though.
Oh, we're getting spread
Bobby
out, guys.
Sackums.
Now, if you notice their feet, the goal is not to give up space as you are blocking. So one of the things that skaters practice quite often is lateral movements.
Very true.
Because we do not want to wander away from our pack. All right, and we are calling it as Naughty Pines pulls off a successful star pass.
It seems that Sierra's main approach is to get out fast and call it to prevent as many points from being grabbed by Naughty Pines as they can.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Meat Cat getting out, getting lead. Bug still in the fray there.
Meatcat already rounding for second scoring pass. Running into that tripod. Nice push out and run back by Naughty Pines. That's going to slow things down a little bit. Bug's still trying to fight their way through the pack.
There's a star pass from Naughty Pines. But Meat Cat calls it before Whale and Jennings could have approached the pack.
And again, just an apology to folks if we misgender anyone or do not use the correct pronouns. That is not part of our roster here, so kind of just bouncing back and forth between what I'm using.
Yeah. I do appreciate when I get pronouns.
Yes. We have a lot of stuff to read up on our little table here.
We do. Also a lot of skaters, so I understand that might have been something that didn't make it on this list. But
yes, bunion rings. I think that is on our... Every year we put on this tournament, we go, oh, we need to do this next year. So I think that is one of the things that we will ask for next year.
yes, that would be lovely.
Along with the fun facts, because I was enjoying that quite a bit yesterday, as well as what was being supplied by the chat. Because as Brennan Lee Mulligan says, all intimacy is just future blackmail.
As we hang out during this review we've got going on here, the officials look really serious. We can think about some things that give us fuel. We are being supported today by Jimmy John's and Einstein's. Jimmy John's at 361 East Alameda in Denver. Thank you for donating meals for our officials, keeping them fueled so they can use their brains and their bodies to provide all of the things that go into making Derby safe.
And fun.
And fun.
But safe first.
Yes, safe and fun. They can be equal. They can be equal. But if you head that way, tell them that Rocky Mountain Roller Derby sent you. And we've also got Einstein's from 555 Broadway, number 11, and 1600 East 18th Avenue.
And if anybody was following the saga of us trying to get our bagel guillotine for yesterday, that was successful. Our officials can now safely divide their bagels in half.
Chai, I feel like you crushed getting everything put together. You were only doing a million things, so.
Yeah. Big shout out to Chai Kilski, who is not only an announcer extraordinaire, is kind of one of the people who's at the top of our hive mind here, putting Besterns together, including our head official Arson and our head of bout production Slim Skady, whose talents you got to view yesterday.
TBRD was looking for a forearm call against the Naughty Pines jammer. They do not retain. There was no forceful impact outwards with the arms.
Okay. Our officials just let us know that official review did not stand. Naughty Pines was looking for a forearm call. Which was not upheld.
No forceful impact.
No forceful impact.
That was the decision.
All right, nice run back by Naughty Pines.
We've got Seahorse Captain still pushing through as Jackson gets lead.
Yes, Reckless, the only kind of division that we tolerate in the Dome are bagels. Or a nice bologna sandwich cut on the diagonal.
Cake.
Well, even that you can pick up with your fingers.
It's true.
All right, Abracadabra coming up behind Jackson. We have a little, maybe jammer on jammer?
A little bit of jammer on jammer before Jackson calls it.
And it looks like that was a 1 point to Sierra. No points picked up by Naughty Pines on that one. Yes, and big props to Sam for helping out, since he usually streams for Naughty Pines and Wyoming Derby.
Also huge shout out for Al.
Ooh, from Johnny Pepper,
Yeah.
who's, I notice, conspicuously absent today, Johnny.
Those walls are holding strong. Kit making it out.
There goes Kit. Don't
That
get in a
star
snit.
pass
Here
to
comes
Bug.
Kit.
That was a very clean star pass.
Oh,
Kit
that was pretty
calls
good.
it.
Kit was going to go around for one more and went, oh, jammer.
We got Onyx out jamming for Naughty Pines.
We got Arson Daly, Mary Death Pyre. Up for Naughty in the tripod.
Meatcat getting lead.
Ooh, swing and a miss by Dobby as Onyx clears the pack. Nice work, everyone. And that will bring Sierra past the century mark.
We got some pivots. We're using that pivot line. Right as I say that, though,
Everybody leaves.
they leave. Yep.
Right, we got Demonica doing some sneaky things. Nice hold on the...
Seahorse Captain putting some work there.
Jackson is free.
Star pass, Naughty Pines to Demonica.
And I think we said yesterday that Jackson got a new tattoo. I think that might be what's on the back of her thigh. That's one of my, favorite things to do is go to tournaments and get tattoos when you probably shouldn't have open ones.
That is something that I would think tattoo artists might not recommend, but I think is a very common, appreciated tournament.
I have done it twice myself. It's important to have a portion of your body dedicated to silly derby tattoos. I recommend the bum.
I will keep that recommendation in mind. We've got some jammers both pushing out here really fast.
Nice
Pines
work by
getting
the
lead.
Nice.
Yeah. Waylon Jennings coming in for a scoring pass.
Like she means business.
She's got lead. Kit's coming around, but she's working for those points.
Have a fit. Here comes Kit. Gonna just
Calling
blow.
it.
Calling it.
You can hear the love from the crowd for that.
Yes. Still seeing some smiles out there.
That's one of the great things about Derby is that even if you're skating against people, it's so friendly.
Yes. Yeah, there's a big mental game.
Up until the whistle.
Up until the whistle.
In between whistles. In between whistles. Before and after.
Abracadabra really doing her best to hang on to Meatcat, the Naughty Pines wall, and Meatcat gets spit out the front. Mirror Brawl getting some assistance from her team. Run. Can she do it? She did
makes
it.
it out.
Beautiful. Mirror Brawl is a huge Taylor Swift fan. That's probably who she was lighting candles to in the back room before the game. St. Taylor.
I've heard the new album is good.
I believe so.
I have not listened to it.
I have to titrate my Taylor intake because one of my coworkers is absolutely a Swiftie, so I have to be careful to monitor my intake.
I have an In Denial Swiftie in my life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that like? I don't want your friendship bracelets.
It's my girlfriend, so she will not admit it, but we'll talk about it on a regular basis. Jackson making it out, getting lead again.
Ah, Jackson fired from a T-shirt cannon into the crowd. Off she goes.
Bug's got the
Kablam.
star off as Jackson comes through. Oh my
Pretty.
gosh.
Pretty work, Jackson. Casually just murdering everybody while staying in.
That one leg balance,
Yes,
though.
which is
on
why
the
we practice
line.
1 foot weaving.
Yes. Demonstrating what good practice does as Naughty Pines has a star pass to Onyx. And Jackson calls it.
That was some spicy beans there. That was cool.
And Sierra just passed 100 points up, 101 on Naughty Pines for that score right now.
Father Jackson doing all of the things.
We've got Merciless Savage. Kit up there. Naughty Pines going into play Simone, getting Merciless Savage out of that wall.
And Rabid giving Stormy a big shoulder hit. Sometimes there's no real tactical reason, it just makes you feel better.
It's as much of a point to do anything as anything else.
It's also very philosophical. Thank you, Swiss.
Yeah, you're a very philosophical person, Marty.
I read all of the Celestial Seasoning tea boxes.
That's where the knowledge comes from. I was just drinking the tea. Seems like I was missing out on the knowledge.
You know, you can tour the Celestial Seasonings factory.
I do know that.
Yes, for anybody who cares to have a really weird field trip in Colorado, hop up to the Boulder area and visit the factory where the tea is made. Right, Naughty Pines is taking that star off. She's still hung up in the back.
But we got two of the Sierra blockers, the pivot and a blocker in the box. Pivot getting out. But Meat Cat is calling it. It is now intermission. That's our halftime. We'll be back with more Besterns action in a few minutes before the second period starts. We'll see you then.
Go get some cheesy snacks. We will be right back. back. Got about 2 minutes left of intermission here at our second day of Besterns here in a beautifully crisp day in the Mile High City.
Looks like we've got the teams huddled up preparing for that second half to start. Getting all the strategy talks, pep talks, everything in.
Let's see, looks like from our penalty board here, Sierra's sitting at about 16 penalties for the first half. Another big shout out of thanks to all of the volunteers who make this tournament possible. We have some people who are doing track repair earlier because our floor tends to shift a little bit. Oh, and we have the penalty board for Naughty Pines. Looks like we're sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4. About 14 penalties for Naughty Pines. So
Pretty close.
pretty close. Pretty close.
Speaking of penalties, our penalty box sponsor is JK Roofing. Winter's coming. Are your windows ready? Don't get sidelines by drafts and high energy bills. JK Roofing helps you gear up for winter with expert window upgrades that'll keep your home warm and efficient.
All right, you can tell the game's starting again because Bill came sprinting across the track in his little pink cowboy hat, and folks are returning to their designated positions. I think that is Tenta over in the box, the Beehive Skate Shop box, which will put, whoa, that's a lot of screaming, which will put Sierra at a slight disadvantage.
And we've got that second half starting.
And Dobby Smack and Banshee do just fine. It's probably because Banshee has extra weight in her pants from all those pebbles she's picked up. Jackson taking a nice clothing whip to wiggle her way through that pack. And we are going to call that before Bug can pick up any points for Naughty Pines.
But Sierra will be starting with, it looks like, 3 blockers in the box. 1 pivot. 2 blockers, 1 standing, which means less than 10 seconds till she will be able to go join her friends. We got some jammer on the line there.
Creature Feature casually just doing the whole thing by herself.
Lone Jennings getting out quick after Meat Cap.
Ooh. Nice work by Tenta, but the Naughty Pines Jammer's not having it and zooms around.
Naughty Pines did pick up some points, though.
Let's see, is Sandy wearing all orange? I would say it's like a nice light coral.
Good run back there by Naughty Pines.
Stormy heads to the box and looks so sad. Ooh. Big hit on Kit. That's not how that's supposed to go.
Merciless Savage.
Runs back. Nice work by Naughty Pines, but then turn around to look at Mirror Brawl.
Kit getting lead, but getting passed by Mirror Brawl.
Looking out at her bench.
That pack is moving.
Mm-hmm. And Kit calls it off. Don't be a twit, vote for Kit. Speaking of which, just a reminder that you can vote for MVPs.
Jackson pushes through and goes right to the box.
A beautiful effort. And Onyx is headed to the box for Naughty Pines, while our gals in green are trying to get bugged through the pack. And another Sierra blocker will return to the box.
But Sierra Jammer Jackson is out. Coming in and working through that pack. Bug making it out.
Jackson being a feather duster and just sweeping everyone. The blocking from the chat. Read in that exact voice, I'm sure.
Yep. Yep. We're starting with one blocker in the box for each team, some 3-on-3 walls.
There goes Meat Cat. Doing Meat Cat things.
Jennings making it out.
Jennings is having a pretty good day.
That they are. Got a shout out for Smack, doing a great job out there.
And if you heard the screaming in the background, that was an appreciation of some of our refs by some of the audience. We're trying to pocket the Sierra Jammer. And Dobby goes and puts a swift and decisive end to that.
There was a successful star pass for Naughty Pines. Arson Daly working their way through. Kit just making it right.
Big Naughty Pines pile up trying to stop that Sierra Jammer.
Arson Daly makes it out.
Let's see. Is Kit gonna call it or? Yep.
She calls it.
Really, really well-timed call-offs from all of the Sierra Jammers. It's like they got eyes on the back of their helmet.
I see somebody saying Dobby does a lot of MVB things. You can still vote, just like Morty said. Our MVP awards are pretty cool, including prizes from Rydell, Microcosm Publishing, Rude Chicks, Monkey Lube, Skate Scooties, Siphon Draw, Apothecary, Joe Show Promotions, and Roller Rag.
Ooh. We've got Seahorse Captain coming in from the box. And one Sierra blocker headed back in.
We like to make sure the penalty box timers don't get lonely. Another good star pass for Naughty Pines.
Rabbit better pay attention because Jackson's
Jammer on jammer.
feeling frisky. Yes. Some little jammer on jammer action there.
Oh, is a crowd pleaser.
Tenta and Smack up near the pivot line.
We got that pivot creature feature for Sierra getting out of the box.
Big scramble, and Meat Cat walks right on through. Tenta in the back following that jammer, exhibiting some really excellent tracking and pack awareness. Sierra Jammer on the floor, gets back up.
Naughty Pines is really utilizing those star passes. Waylon Jennings getting out with the star in hand. But it's called before Waylon Jennings can reach that pack.
Which will bring us 168 to 24 in favor of Sierra.
Naughty Pines having a little bit of an advantage. Sierra having two blockers in the box. We got Creature Feature and Stormy Trooper out there to both play offense and defense.
Which they are doing admirably.
They are ready for their friends, I'm sure, but they are doing a great job.
And Kit demonstrating that pack awareness of when and who pushed her out.
Kit calling it.
And that will call the jam. See, this is looking a little bit more like some of the jams we saw yesterday, which were shorter in nature.
That Stormy Creature duo was a very strong wall.
It was a thing, a beautiful thing. And Naughty Pines doing a good job of holding that powerhouse back.
Tentacruel coming in with a little bit of offense there. Getting Jackson out.
Some soft hugging happening between Tenta and Onyx as we try and evade a star pass. which was effective and somehow landed the Naughty Pines pivot in the box, which I did not see through the person in front of me.
You can't see through people?
I can't see through people. Not for lack of trying.
Just checking.
All right, Jackson coming back around and Rabbit continuing to do her best to fight through that very strong white wall.
Naughty Pines is gaining their pivot back as Onyx leaves the box.
Now for the folks at home, Swiss, if I'm doing a star pass, do both of you want to be behind the pack?
Ideally, no. The goal is to get the star through the pack.
And you have to take that star if you are not in a position where you want to receive it.
Don't.
No, you
really.
do not.
No, you cannot grab it. It takes 2 people to participate in a star pass.
Naughty Pine's doing a good job of keeping Jackson still, who's like, I'm going to wait for my friends.
But Naughty Pines now has their jammer and 2 blockers in the box because of that star pass. Jammer standing though. Onyx will be out soon after, 10 seconds or less into the next jam. Able to join their friends and hopefully get lead jammer.
If you are planning on visiting us tomorrow, don't forget to check out the great merch from Rocky Mountain and the visiting teams. Rocky has limited edition Pride and Besterns merch. Once it's gone, it's gone. And our cute little jackalope logo was designed by our very own Harper Bazaar. You can also find more on Bonfire. Just search Rocky Mountain Roller Derby. Check out the Visiting League's merch table if you're going to come see us later today or tomorrow.
Onyx is out, taking that star off since Meat Cat got lead.
Onyx just pushing for all she's worth through that wall. And again, if you look closely, you'll notice the lateral foot movements. They are not allowed to push her back down the track unless she gives them space to do so. Onyx really, really trying to complete that star pass.
Pushing through. Onyx makes it out.
Jam called by Meat-Cat. We are now sitting at 200 to 24 in favor of Sierra Roller Derby. All right, 2 pretty solid looking tripods for this next jam. Kit doesn't quite make that scrape, but whoop, we're back up and at 'em.
Bug pushing through. Trying to gain some ground against those Sierra blockers. Getting some help from their friends.
2 skaters in the center of the donut.
Bug made it out, got lead, and called it. And we've got a timeout being called by Sierra. Thank you again to all of our volunteers, all of our refs, officials, medics. Derby doesn't happen without you guys.
A sticker that says in some way they got back to give to the person who
For Sierra, we are at 5 penalties. I think that they have the, or not Sierra, Stormy has the highest amount of penalties of any skater, I think, right now. At least on Sierra, we'll be able to see that penalty board for Naughty Pines here in a minute. But we have been working really hard to keep that penalty box warm.
Stormy's penalties is orange. Mm-hmm.
And we've got Hooked on Onyx is at 6.
That's what happens sometimes when you're trying to do the most.
That is what happens. It's important to note that in order to keep things safe, a lot of penalties are about safety, but if you hit 7, then that is it for that game for you.
Yep. Some good recycling on both sides, and I believe Naughty Pines has lead jammer. Yep. Good work, Savage. How nice. She's going to do the Lindy with the Sierra jammer. That's that strategy, Swiss.
I will say, Lindy Hop, good strategy, not commonly used. Element of surprise.
Element of surprise. If you are having a good time here today, we have 2 more games this evening at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. 5 o'clock, Rocky Mountain Fight Club will go up against the NF Bombs, and at 7, Team Montana will play against Bay Area. Oh, that'll be Demonica headed to the box.
Bug took a star pass for Naughty Pines.
Whistles happening all over the place.
Firebone Breaker off to the penalty box.
A lot of people off to the penalty box.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're keeping it even. 2 for each team.
Nice and balanced.
And the Sierra Jammer. Big hit by Banshee, knocking Bug out of the ring.
This might be one of our...
Hey, and Bug makes it through. You love to see it.
I think this is our first 2-minute jam of the second half.
And some friends are being released from the box. The JK Roofing penalty box.
It is clear now.
Meet Kat Handley making it through the pack. Well, Naughty Pines tries valiantly to play some O and help out their jammer. And that will be Smack Lotus to the box. Another very long jam. Harper Bizarre has joined the chat. You know, she is Rocky's own very talented jammer and artiste, has designed our beautiful Besterns logo several years in a row here. Last year we had a really great scorpion design. And this year we have our beloved jackalope, which is great because the tentacle rabbit thing is happening in Colorado. Which I thought was just clickbait, Swiss, and apparently is not.
You thought it was clickbait?
Yes, I thought that the tentacle rabbit disease wasn't a real thing, and then I realized it was. If you are...
I don't know if I've heard of it.
Yeah, if you're not currently in Colorado, just Google rabbit tentacle disease.
I don't know that I want to do that.
You don't, but it's real. Jennings almost has a clean getaway.
Harper says I do need to look up this tentacle rabbit.
Yes. In solidarity of tentacle rabbits.
Well, I know
Waylon
what I'm doing.
Jennings. Ooh, look at that. Waylon makes it through. Putting some points on the board for Naughty Pines. Waylon Jennings doing some really good work for Naughty Pines today.
Got a lot of love for the Naughty Pines team in the crowd today, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Sierra's team heckle is dominating the chat, but Naughty Pines are close enough to have viewers in the audience, so that shakes out. Big hit on Rabbit, who has taken the star off in an attempt to pass it. Trying to push through that big line that Sierra has placed in front of her. Rabbit makes it through.
Pushes through. Star back on, ready to score some points. But it is called.
Yep, and we've got, what, just under 8 minutes.
And a timeout called by Naughty Pines.
Thank you so much for everyone for tuning in today and playing with us on the chat. We really, really love when people show their Derby appreciation.
We do. You can become a Besterns bestie by subscribing to Rocky's Twitch channel and watch the rest of the games today and tomorrow. It is a full 3 days of Derby.
And if you haven't had to spend all of your money on champs, you should come visit us tomorrow and have a delicious potato from the Wandering Potato. I think they have a pot roast potato this year.
Tickets for the 2 games tonight, the 5 and 7, are only $15. What a great deal for some good Derby.
That is probably less than a movie ticket.
Facts.
And way more interactive. And Savage up from Naughty Pines, pushing her way through that pack.
Making it out, getting lead.
Ooh, beautiful hit by Onyx, knocking Meat Cat out.
Great run back there.
Yep, was run all the way back. The only problem with that being Meat Cat now can get up some steam. Fighting her way through that wall of green.
Getting a high block penalty and heading to the box.
Which will leave Savage in a power jam for Naughty Pines.
I don't know if our mics are picking up the screams from the Naughty Pines cheering section here, but Pines are living up to being always the loudest.
Either that or we can hear Molly from here. Savage calls it off.
This will give Naughty Pines a power start since Meat Cat is in the box.
Oh, we're having a mourning period for Stormy. I think she just hit her last penalty.
No.
No. You know, we have another vendor over there with some beautiful keychains that say penalty was worth it. I'm hoping that Stormy will go grab one for themselves because they put in a lot of hard work this game.
Are you talking about Alchemy Stitches?
I am talking about Alchemy Stitches.
Alchemy Stitches is by a skater. She makes cute little skate gear. Feel free to check her out.
Nice. Waylon Jennings pulls lead for Naughty Pines. Let's see what she can do with it. And Whalem calls it.
Starting this next jam with a clear penalty box.
Got Dobby and Tenta up there. I'm like a kid, I'll only skate away. There she goes. Kit round in the corner for Sierra.
Got some love from Mountain Lou out there.
All of the Kit songs. Ooh, nice twinkle toes on the wall. Let's see if Naughty Pines can go out and break Bug out of that holding pattern. Got about 4 minutes left in this game, and everyone is just putting the pedal to the ground.
It's that last push.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Kit manages to stay inbounds and almost upright. Mary Death pulling some O on Tenta. Oh my gosh, Swiss, we're in one of those long jams again.
We are, I know.
Just a reminder, during tournaments, folks often play multiple games, not only over the weekend, but throughout the day.
Molly, are you saying that it is Kit's first year on skates?
Oh, shut up,
Or
really?
first year on SAS? Oh, wonderful. That makes
Okay.
sense. That makes more sense.
I was like,
Whew.
I'm never skating again.
I read that real fast and was like, I am floored. Second year on skates. Okay, I'm still floored.
Oh, for Pete's sake. She is so darn amazing. And it was very nice when I spoke to her in the bathroom. Found out her kid's PTA. That would explain the bloodthirsty part. Oh. Nice hop, Father Jackson.
Got Naughty Pines working on a star pass there. And it's completed.
And Rabbit is headed at the front of the pack with that star. Jackson coming through like she's on wheels. Oh, wait. She is.
She is. They all are.
Still seeing lots of smiles from both teams. love looking at all the outfits that are inspired by the Western theme.
Yes, some people
Really,
do a great job.
really do it up. And I love fringe on anything and everything. Pouring one out for Stormy right now, says Molly. Molly, I would focus on making another rock shelf. You're going to need it. All right. Jackson back out. Waylon Jennings finds a hole. Caught by Ex Machina. Beautiful front waterfall.
Tenta.
Oh,
Working to keep
Tenta.
Waylon from making it out. But she passes.
And we're just going to have a foot race for the last couple
Jammer on jammer.
minutes. Yep. Jackson's showing some of that parental discipline and sending Whalem to the floor.
Calling it under a minute left in gameplay. Official review being called for Sierra. It sounds like that official review is being used as a team timeout.
With, does that say 46 seconds left?
46 seconds left.
271 to 51 in favor of Sierra. We had a pretty great weekend up here. I hope they come visit us again.
That'd be so lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Tenta is blocker goals.
A stirring Freddie Mercury tribute happening on the Naughty Pines bench. Jackson clears the line like nobody's business and is coming around while Mirror Brawl is fighting her way through that pack.
We might be looking at our last jam here.
I think so. All right, we have all players back on the track and a run back for Jackson. Mirror Brawl has the panty off and is looking to make that pass to Savage, who is successful.
Savage is out. Jackson calls it.
All right.
Unofficial score while they review. Tally up any last points.
Good game. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We really appreciate all of the chatter in the chat. Stay tuned because next up is Fight Club versus the Bombs.
And that is our final score. 283 Sierra, 51 Naughty Pines. I'm Swiss, thank you for joining us, and we'll be back in just a little bit for our next bout. I don't have the list in front of me.
And I am Mortal Wombat. It was really, really great hanging out with all of you. Thank you very much for all of the folks in Reno and elsewhere who've been talking to us, and we will see you shortly. Bye.
See you at 5.